Yeah, I was shooting for half the day. A buddy of mine's coming into the town. We're gonna go out shooting tomorrow. That should be a lot of fun. Um, Even back in the days of photography school, back in 1991, I was using large format Fujifilm lenses. Actually, I know I used two. I think one of them was 110 millimeter on my Calumet 4x5. It's almost like Fujifilm waked up and said, I see what Nikon and Canon are doing, and Pentax is not doing anything. We could beat the piss out of all of these guys. It's really kind of amazing. If you told someone just like 10 years ago, it's like, who's going to dominate the cameras as far as quality and customer service and, listening to the customers, and you said it's Fujifilm, people would have raised an eyebrow at you like you were crazy. But that's exactly what Fujifilm has done. I have no corporate sponsorships or links to any of these guys. I can tell you what, I've been fixing cameras and lenses for 20 years and nothing. And I hate everything. I hate everything. I'm the grumpy asshole that hates everything. Nothing has been so impressive as Fujifilm. And I really mean that. I've had 4 Fujifilm cameras completely apart. 3 of them I know were murdered by their owners. This one took a dip in salt water. This is actually an XT2 chassis. It actually took a long time to get it to this stage. I stuck the company logo on the back there. It was a boring day. It was rainy outside and cold, so I don't know what camera I'll take tomorrow. The GFX, the XH1, or my favorite little XT2. Just got a couple of those. I'll tell you what though, Fujifilm is doing everything right. You could buy whatever camera you want. It doesn't make any difference to me because I don't make a dime regardless of whatever camera you get. I can tell you this, flat out, crotch out, as the Marines would say. Nobody's making a camera as good as Fujifilm is today. I mean, listen, I have all my Nikon stuff. I've got hundreds and hundreds of Nikon lenses. I've owned every digital Nikon camera made. I still own 6 Nikons, I believe. 2 D4s, D500, another D500, D850, D700, D3, D3S. This is ridiculous. Maybe that's 7 cameras. My buddy, who I've known my entire life because he went to school with my dad, his name's Tommy. Multi-millionaire. He's about to head to Norway. Never worked a day in his life. Made most of his money off of real estate and stock investments. Not that that's important, but I mean, he could buy any camera. He bought an XT20 today. I had him try out a lot of different cameras, and he that was my number 1 recommended camera last year, by the way. The best, and it still is. Best bang for your buck is an XT20. So he's got that coming, and he owned a Fuji prior to that, the XT10, and loved it. So he's going to take that with him and a couple Fuji lenses to Norway on his, it's called I Got Millions of Dollars, I'm going to go to Norway. Just for the hell of it. Can't wait to see John tomorrow. I saw him about a month and a half ago. We're going to go out shooting tomorrow. I think I'm going to take 23mm landscape and architecture lens since we're going to go to Shakertown and one other place. Take the GFX tomorrow. As you could see, the XT20 is pretty small. XT2, excuse me, hello. XT20 is even smaller, but neither one of these cameras are small. I mean, the GFX is huge. The XH1 is what Fujifilm was told that a lot of their customers wanted. They wanted a DSLR-shaped camera, and they delivered that with IBIS and touchscreen and super silent shutter release button and wonderful shutter mechanism mount on spring system. That's what they delivered, but people say, well, what are the advantages of mirrorless? Are you buying this mirrorless stuff because it's mirrorless? I mean, I've said since day one, mirrorless is not smaller. And of course it's not. It's just not. I'm not interested in mirrorless cameras. I'm interested in superior cameras. Superior built, superior customer service, superior lenses, superior ecosystem, superior build quality. I've had 4 Fujifilms completely apart. So there's the XT2 chassis, which took quite a long time to do that. I did that in a cold winter's day. I think in January or something like that I did this. Yeah, I might have went too far, but Whatever. Yeah, I don't think you could go wrong. There's no such thing as a perfect camera. If there was, I just own one of these, right? Yeah, I'm glad I've offered a lot of tech support questions, emails, and helpful supportive videos to people. I've been testing the new XT2 firmware and the new XH1 firmware. The one thing that I've noticed that another videographer or YouTuber has commented on is that video autofocus is drastically improved on the XH1 with a new firmware update that was released yesterday, which is what, June the 13th, 2018. Fujifilm is doing everything right. I said, I haven't sold off my Nikon stuff. I got all my Nikon lenses, and obviously Fujifilm knows that they don't have the super ginormous, hardcore sports action wildlife glass. I mean, the big stuff that Nikon and Canon has. I mean, there's just no denying that, which is why I still have that stuff. But Fujifilm is doing everything right. And I said, you go back 10 years, and 10 years ago and say, who's going to be on top of the heap for best built camera? He said Fujifilm. I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? I mean, Fujifilm has always been famous for their film and their paper, but they've really seen all the stupidity that Nikon and Canon has been doing these countless many years, like two IBM giants with their, with their head stuck up their butt, and they've taken notice, and actually extremely impressed by Fujifilm. I'm the guy that hates everything. I mean, I am the crusty asshole that hates everything. I can tell you right now, Fujifilm is doing everything right. Everything that Canon and Nikon are not doing. Have a lovely week, and I'm gonna go outside again. Bye.